welcome back to Rehbach. I always struggle with the name of this map. It's by Kale. It's awesome. If you're not familiar with this series, this is the series that I have been streaming and have had a fairly significant break from because life's been very busy and I just haven't had the opportunity to really. So I spoke about in a video this week, I would maybe consider recording a couple of videos on here to get myself going again, to get some momentum, and then we would have a look at getting back into streaming. Part of the reason that streaming is quite difficult at the moment is the weather's been really hot in the UK and the dogs are really hot, and I generally stream downstairs at the moment, and I have to have fans running for them to keep them cool, and so it's kind of hot. So as the weather cools off, that'll probably get easier. The sheep are pretty good for food. Oops. I think the last thing we did by the looks of it was windrow the grass. And I'm not sure what I plan to do with it because we've got a full silo of whole crop silage there. We don't necessarily... I think we're full on hay as well. I think maybe I was going to bale it and make it into silage to sell because I think we're good for food. So we have some rather funky vehicles. I've decided to give myself a little bit of a challenge as well because I'm home alone at the moment, bar the dogs. And so I have rather stupidly decided to hook up the old wheel, which I also haven't used in a very, very long time. So I kind of have no idea what any of the controls that I had set up were with the wheel. So no, that's cruise control. That's unfold, I'm guessing. Yeah. Let's fold and unfold. Oh, raise and lower, I guess. I'm sure I had reverse on one of them, but I guess we can just do that. It's been ridiculously long time since I used the wheel, and yeah, this is kind of going to be like if I was streaming, but I'm not streaming, because that means if I need to go and sort out the dogs, I can. If I need to stop for any reason, I can. And yeah, it's just a bit easier for me to deal with at the moment. So I seem to have lost my character settings because so something that I've been doing today, because I've had a bit of free time on my hands, which is why there's a bonus video this week of me doing this, which is why I look very different. Look at all that hair that I've got. Look at me with all my hair. Must have been an Amazon purchase, I would guess, because I don't have that much hair. We'll have to fix that in a moment. Yeah, one of the things I've been doing today, flappy paddles to change gear. Of course it's the flappy paddles to change gear. One of the things I've been doing today is... I haven't played Farm Sim for a very long time on my big computer, so I've been kind of rationalizing all of the saves on the computer, so moving the saves that I had on my laptop across to this computer so that I could do this, so that we could have a quick play on here. The other thing that I'm wondering is if we've got any amount of wool that's worth moving. It doesn't look like it, so I think probably what we need to do if we're going to make silage bales, and I really can't remember what the intent was. I don't even remember if I ted that into hay. I'm gonna go, well, nice thing, because this is not live, I'm gonna go back and check what I did. So I did in fact ted it to be hay. I don't know how much actually it tells us there we've got a fair bit of capacity left in the hay loft. So I think what we'll do is we'll drop the lime spreader off of the back of this, and we'll get that hay put in the hay loft, and that'll maybe get us going on here. You can see we've got a bit of a mix of kit, bit of a mixed bag. We've got the Unimog, we've got the Lin track, got the Riggy track. I think I was talking about previously, before we took a bit of a break, picking up a real tractor as well. We do have access to, our neighbour has a class tractor that we can borrow if really necessary. But I think last time when I was playing on here, I was talking a lot about, come on, back we go. Yeah, I cannot remember any of the buttons that I've got bound on the wheel, which is a bit annoying, a wheel / joystick. So, oh, it's also really bugging me that I look weird. So let's fix that. Hair, no hair. Don't know if I've got, we'll go there. Have I got? I have. We'll get my hoodie on. Oh, I've got Cortex hoodie as well. We won't wear that. Yeesh. I won't traumatize you by wearing riding leggings. No. Select color. Grey. In case you're wondering, I do wear an awful lot of grey in real life. But we'll go for, I don't think that we've got a Linna hat, have we? So we'll go for the Kubota hat. And glasses, because I have glasses in real life. There we go. I look a bit more like me. So let's spin this guy around. Excuse me. I'm waiting for some messages on my telephone as well. So yeah. And we'll see if we can get this hay picked up. I'm glad I checked. So yeah, we've got whole crop silage. So basically we are running a small sheep farm. Did that lower the pickup? It did. So have I got a button to turn on the loading wagon? So that's cruise control. That does the view. Okay. Give me a sec. Oh, you can tell it's the end of a longish day, can't you? I'm doing all this faffing about. I've got the little doofer next to me, which does all of that. When I say little doofer, I mean the the doofer. The cruise control. I'm saying cruise control because I'm thinking about cruise control settings. Yeah, 9 miles an hour seems like a nice speed. I've got the mini macro keyboard next to me as well, so that I can do that. So yeah, that has buttons for raising and lowering and powering implements, so I can just use those. That would seem infinitely sensible. Well, as sensible as I get when I'm doing this kind of thing. So let's do that. If I knew the working width of the windrower that we'd used, I could set VCA up, but I don't. So we'll freehand this. That'll be fine. It's Tuesday evening. And I've said this in a previous video that came out this week, because it's Tuesday and I've been doing a lot of Fit Farm Sim on Tuesday. I've made a lot of videos today. Because I've had a lot of time on my hands today and I've been busy distracting myself for most of the day. So, and I'm still busily distracting myself whilst waiting for some news. And yeah, so we're doing a bit of farming and it's been good. and I've been played a fair bit of Farm Sim actually this weekend. And again, I think I spoke about it spoke about it in one of the. What video did I speak about it? I spoke about it in the Valley of the Old Farm video last week. I've been enjoying playing Farm Sim again lately. Um, I don't. I think it's completely unrelated to FS25. I think some of it is. I don't know actually. I've just been. Yeah, maybe it's where I scaled back for a bit, and I've just got back into playing it again. And it's I'm having a lot of fun playing the game, and you know, I think I've changed my expectations a little bit. Maybe I'm not so worried constantly about finding the next awesome tutorial to do. As we get into the last 6 months of the game, I think there's a bit less of a need for that kind of thing. I guess equally, I'm really enjoying doing other content, which I know some of you aren't enjoying quite so much, but you know, that is what it is. It's my YouTube channel. I'll make the videos I like. If you don't like it, just don't watch them. It's cool. You know, that's how it works. Okay. You don't tell me it's full. Hay is not accepted here. Is it because I lifted that up? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Oh well, we'll leave it down then. Yeah. You know, and I guess the other thing is the farm sim videos that I have been making have been doing okay for views. It's yeah, it's a bit weird, you know. I'll make a farm sim video. I'm going to talk a little bit about Timberborn. If it bores you, sorry. And this is not me complaining or justifying this. It's just me explaining some stuff. I don't think I've explained it in a video recently. If I have, sorry. But you guys know I love my stats and my analytics. And, you know, I'll make a farm sim video, which takes a few hours maybe, or whatever. I think I might have spoken about a little bit about this in the bonus Valley of the Old Farm video, but even so. You know, and you guys will, you know, my regulars will all watch them, and that's great. And I love hanging out with you guys on Discord and stuff, and it's good. It's cool. I love the little community that we've got that's grown around Farm Sim, and I'm grateful for that. As I'm home alone, the dogs are being a bit annoying. Where was I? Really enjoy Farm Sim. Really grateful for the little community that I've built around playing Farm Sim, and you know, like made friends and stuff, and that's cool. But I'm also really enjoying playing a different game. And on top of that, the videos of that different game are doing better than almost any Farm Sim videos I've ever made. I think I've released 4 of them now. And all of them, I think, have got over 1,000 views, which, you know, is like Farm Sim new series. You know, your first video or 2 would get that, and then it'd drop off. But quite a lot of those views would be a click, a look, and a go away, because they'd see the play style or whatever, and they'd go. But on top of getting view numbers, I'm getting 10 times the watch time or more. And so on the stats alone, you know, even if I wasn't enjoying playing that game so much, I'd be dumb not to be making videos on it. But I really enjoy playing that game. It's very therapeutic for me. So, yeah, not complaining, not just explaining that. It turns out, which is it's unusual for me actually. I used to be someone who would play one game to death, and then I would stop playing it. But it turns out I can enjoy playing more than one game. And when you make YouTube videos, sometimes it's beneficial to make videos of those games that you play. We need to weed that field. And so that's what I'm doing, you know? And it's good. It's good. I think in general, I just said my farm sim videos are doing quite well. But I think there's a little bit less interest in FS22 again. And maybe, no, that's wrong actually. My older FS22 videos have been getting views because the game was given away. Come on, go into reverse. There we go. And the game being given away meant a lot of people were looking for tutorials on how to do stuff. So I was getting a lot of views from those. I was really lucky that Mark asked me to do the video for both Marks. In fact, asked me to do videos for the major service mod and for Mark Thor's Harvester. And I do say really lucky because I feel really lucky when, you know, they could ask any big modder to make them a video of their mods. But they asked me, and I'm really grateful for that. And those videos get loads of views, and that's awesome. But yeah, if I compare, so sorry if I'm boring you talking about different games. But as I said, I like my stats. The video that Kartik and I did on FS25 release, on the same day I did a video for the release of the new update to the Beaver game that I like playing. I released them at a very similar time. The one for Timberborn got significantly more views. Both were fun to make. Not going to stop doing either. Just saying. And I'm expecting that. And so, you know, like I've been focusing on the update to Timberborn because it's getting traffic to the channel. I'm really enjoying playing it because it's a new update with new mechanics. And I expect that when FS25 releases, I'll be wanting to focus on that and releasing lots of content for FS25 because it will be a new game with new mechanics, and I'll be wanting to explore them and understand them and play with them. And I said in the, I don't remember which video it was actually because I've done commentary for quite a few today. I'm actually planning to take some time off. The amount will vary depending on something we will talk about in a moment. But I'm going to be taking at least sort of 3 or 4 days off in release week so that I can focus on getting the Farm Sim 25 content that I want to make made and released, because I wasn't able to do that for FS22 because I had some family commitments to deal with, and I'm hoping I don't have any repeats of that, because that was my dad going into hospital. So I had like I think my dad went into hospital the afternoon of release, or maybe, yeah, it was the afternoon of release. So I managed to download the game, make 2 very quick videos, which I had pre-planned. I didn't even get to actually play the game. I made them without playing the game because I didn't need to play the game to make them. I then jumped in the car and drove to my parents and spent a week at my parents', where I did play the game, but I didn't make any content, which isn't great when a new game releases. So I've got a plan. I've got at least that's probably half a dozen videos planned in my head. And yeah, that'll probably be complete focus of what I do for a while. Now, how early that happens is down to you. And what do I mean by that? Well, young fans of the channel, or fans of the channel, young and old. And I apologize, I am going to be hammering this for a bit. If it's tiresome, you can solve the problem. If you're thinking of picking up FS25 and you're on PC, please consider using my Giants partner code. I'm sure you watch and support a bunch of content creators that have partner codes. I understand that. If there are other small creators that you follow and support, please consider using them. If they are larger creators, consider using mine. Not because I get any monetary gain out of it. The amount you actually make as a Giants partner monetarily is pitiful, in my opinion. It's probably different if you're a higher level Giants partner. And I'm not complaining that it's small. But I am trying to get to bronze level on as a Giants partner, because that grants you a level of earlier access to things. I know at the very least it gets you earlier access to DLCs. I'm not sure if it will get me access to FS25 in the weekend before. If it does, that would be awesome, because what that will let me do is make some of those tutorials that you guys all like early, so they are ready for when you guys can get the game, and I can get information to you sooner rather than later. So if I can get access to the game over the weekend, I can spend that time focusing on understanding the things that I do tutorials on, getting those tutorials prepared. Even if I don't know if they have any sort of embargo on tutorial type content, but I can have it ready to go so that it can all be ready to release. So when you guys get your hands on the game, you can play it. Yeah, so that's why I'm pushing my Giants partner code at the moment. I am probably, at the time of recording this, somewhere between 6 and 8 copies of people buying the game away from achieving that, I think. So yeah, and I know a lot of you will be, I want to buy the game on Steam or whatever, and that's fine. Do that. Don't inconvenience yourself. If you're one of those people, pick the game up on Steam. Wait, don't get the full version. Wait, and then get the season pass using my partner code, because you can use Giants DLCs with Steam copies of the game. I know this because I do it. I have I have 3 copies of the game now because I have it on multiple computers. And I ended up having to buy a copy on Steam, because you can only use your license code so many times, and I have 4, 5 through the time of playing FS25. I have used FS22. I have used FS22 on 5 computers, so I have had to buy multiple copies. And in the end, I decided, screw it, I'm going to buy a copy on Steam, because you can install that on multiple computers. And I have then used my DLC code with that Steam copy of the game. So it does work. I know this. So, maybe you could do it that way. And that's enough of that, because otherwise you guys will get bored. I need to make a note of roughly when this is. So, because otherwise I'll forget. Because the other thing that I want to do is say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. You are all awesome. Yeah, and we're having a bit of fun, I think. Well, I'm having a bit of fun. It's nice to get back to this. It is more fun doing this as a stream, but as I said, there are some challenges with that at the moment. So yeah, it's been in the UK over the last couple of weeks. It's been like in the mid to high 20s, and when you've got 4 older dogs, they don't like the hot weather. And so when I've been doing the Terror live streams, it's been a bit of a challenge to not have dogs panting next to me because they're hot. I've got some little USB powered fans, and I try and strategically place those around the room so that they keep the dogs cool enough but aren't so loud. But yeah, I don't want to be doing extra nights a week just for that. So it will come back. I think I've said a couple of times, I actually, because streaming off the laptop is not ideal. It's not really it's not quite powerful enough, and it gets really hot and uncomfortable sitting with a laptop melting its way through your legs, even with a laptop cooling pad. I've built a PC that's portable, so I can carry it downstairs with me, stick it in the lounge. I've got two portable monitors that I can set up. So I'm all good for mobile streaming. Um, I just need the weather to cool off a bit so that the dogs are more happy as I do it. I am going to be going on the road with work over the next month quite a lot, so I'll have it with me. I'm going to new territories, which, if you know me, is not so fun. Well, you know how my brain is. It's not so fun, but I don't know how the internet is. But if the internet is good enough, maybe we can stream while I'm traveling. Um, so part of the reason that I built the computer is because it's better for doing video rendering and things while I'm traveling, which I do a lot of. Yeah. Why won't it let me? I've still got it turned on. That's why I can't tip it. I'm guessing. Or is it full? There we go. Okay. We're making good progress with this. It's not taking too long, is it? Not sure if... In fact, we can get out and check while it's tipping. Do the sheep still have food from grazing? They have a little bit, so that's good. I can't tab back into the vehicle that I want. That's less good. We'll make our way back. As I say, it's been so long since I've used a wheel that really not got a good setup that I remember how to create. But I'm having fun using it, so that's good. That's good. Everything worked, which is cool. The my kind of mobile streaming setup won't include the wheel. It might include a PS4 controller, but it won't include the wheel. I'm not dragging a steering wheel with me around the country. It's bad enough carrying a laptop, a mini ITX PC, two portable monitors. I carry a network hub with all sorts of stuff to make doing this stuff on the road easier. But yeah, I'm not bringing a wheel with me. To be honest, most hotel desks wouldn't support using a wheel. Sometimes the improvised setups that I use are sometimes quite amusing. I should take more pictures of them actually, because yeah, sometimes it's quite you have to get quite creative. I had the microphone clamped to chairs and all sorts of things. Okay, but as long as it gets the job done, I kind of don't care. So, I also don't remember what crops... I know we said we were going to plant some sunflowers as a cash crop, but I don't remember what else we were going to plant. We'll get this tipped, and then we'll maybe have a quick look. Because I think that's everything cleared off the field. Yeah, it's good enough anyway. It's good enough. We've got our garden growing onions, I think. I think I might have left that tractor running. Just to annoy you, Kartek. Come on. Come on, there we go. We can tip. The other thing I need to do when I'm doing this is bring up a wireless mouse, because the mousing position is not great. Alright, how much hay have we got stored now? Let's have a quick look. Time saving stock check. We have 150,000 litres of hay, 60,000 litres of whole crop. We've got 10,000 litres of red beets. That was from a contract. Annoying freaking dogs. But that's okay. So let's get this out of the way. Kind of thinking the same thing about the wheel at the moment, to be honest. So we shall persevere. Turn you off. Let's jump in and turn off this guy. So annoying, not enough space. You've got a decent amount of fabric. Let's see if we can drive this thing with the wheel, shall we? So this is our little pallet mover. There we go. We'll get that little bit of wool put in the fabric production. So the this farm is built into the map and includes the fabric production, if you're curious. But that's almost not worth moving, is it? But we've started, so we'll finish. Name that TV show. Let's zoom out. If it'll let me. Too far. Okay, let's go. We'll take it slowly. I'm not sure when. Oh, steady. Steady. There we go. I'm not sure when the price is good for the fabric, but we have a handy little mod for that. So we're looking at, oh geez, May. Wow. Okay. Okay. We could have to wait a little while to sell that, but that's okay. There goes my phone falling on the floor. Let's have a look at the map. So I was planning to buy field 29 once it was harvested, which it is. So let's buy that. And I think the plan was we've planted barley in 21 that I think I was going to mill into grain grist. I think we were going to do sunflowers in 20, a root crop in 29. I think we were going to do maybe a mix of grain grist and a whole crop off of that. I got the animal food thingy. Doesn't look like I have. No, I think that was my plan. I think that was my plan because we've got a whole load of grain grist here, I think. So, yeah. Right, they look like they are okay for food. So let's skip ahead to the morning. And then I think the next job that I need to tackle. So they're still okay for food. There is a great demand at the country market. It does not appear to be anything for anything that we have. So let's go into here. I've got a recollection. Yeah, we need to plow in the grass and replant it. So that's that job. And then I think sunflowers and yeah, we need to do that and get that grass planted before the end of the month. So I think that's probably our next job, is to do that. But I think we'll do that next time. This is kind of a little bonus video. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to put it out, when I get a gap in the schedule. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little video, or however long it ended up being. As I said, the plan is to start streaming on here again at some point. Whilst I can't, I might do these little videos like this so that we can get this series moving again, because it's fun. I might throw in the odd daytime stream when I'm working at home, if I've got like in my lunch break or something. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click the like button, and I'll see you next time.